That's done. This is a match to Lily's sunglasses. What was she doing sneaking around in the tunnels? This looks important. These look just like the symbols from Lily's game. I should talk to her about it.
Hello?
I'd better get going.
I need your help finding some items in the tomb.
Sure.
Great! What is Sekhmet shown holding in her left hand in the cat's tomb?
I'll go look. I'll call you back when I find out.
Goodbye! Hi, Nancy.
I found a cobra on my bunk.
Nancy, I've been reading up on curses, and this is one of the hallmarks of a classic curse. Once the seal has been opened, the creatures of the desert get all riled up and turn against the interlopers. You guys are the interlopers, by the way.
I know.
Is it still there?
No, I think someone put it there.
Who do you think would do that?
Dylan.
I'd see if you can do a bit of snooping.
We found a cat tomb. It's amazing. It's surprisingly lavish for a cat's tomb, I guess. I don't have a reference point, though.
Is it wrong that I find that adorable? It is, isn't it? Of course it is. I'm conflicted. There must be something very special about that cat if it's got its own tomb. Maybe it made a notable contribution to the cat arts and sciences?
Cat sciences? Like what? Scratching and post dynamics?
Clearly. Or it belonged to someone important, like Nefertari.
I found Nefertari.
Nancy, way to go. Are you coming home?
Soon. I just have to find definitive proof that I'm right.
Good luck. I know you can do it.
I'd better get going.
See ya.
Hi.
There was a cobra on my bed.
That is crazy. You're lucky you didn't get hurt. Is it still in there?
No, I took care of it.
Well, I'm never getting any sleep tonight. I imagine you aren't either.
I take it you're not a fan of snakes.
No one on Earth is a fan of snakes. If it lives on dry land and does not have feet, it should not exist. Even thinking about snakes gives me the creeps.
I found a rhinestone in a hidden tunnel.
So? That could mean anything.
You're the only one here with rhinestones. That means you were there.
It doesn't mean anything. Leave it alone.
I discovered a new part of the tomb.
You need to make sure Abdullah knows. Everything you find needs to go through him.
I found a gold coffin. We might really be on our way to finding Nefertari.
I can't believe it's really her. The lost queen, and we found her. Do you have any idea what this means?
She'll need a new nickname?
Very funny. But I do suppose you're right. What do you think about the returned queen? I should write that down. Nancy, you and me, we're going to be in the history books.
I look forward to being mentioned in many 6th grade essays.
True. But Nancy, you need to realize that this is important. How many people actually get to be part of something important?
What happened when you were in school?
What do you mean?
You were involved in cheating or something like that.
I'm not going to talk about it with you. It was blown out of proportion.
Abdullah's been pretty understanding to look past those accusations.
You could say that.
Why did you say it that way?
Don't worry about it.
Can you tell me what the symbols on the Senate board mean?
The special squares are the House of Rebirth, the House of Happiness, the House of Three Truths, and the House of Re Atom. That represents the House of Water.
What's the House of Water?
In the desert, water is very important, obviously. But when the desert is creeping in, stripping away all of the grazing lands, the House of Water became a powerful idea. It was the element the ancient Egyptians revered and were terrified of offending.
Abdullah needs you.
Thanks. I'll be right back. And do not touch a thing. Hello.
I think I found a new area of the tomb near the main entrance.
You did?
What is this? What is Jamila actually up to?
Yes?
I found out what Sekhmet is holding in her left hand in the cat's tomb.
Great!
An ankh.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Hi.
Lily's been accused of falsifying her work. Why would Abdullah choose her to come along with him?
I have no clue.
Do you think it's possible that Abdullah just wanted to give her a second chance?
Maybe. He could see something in her that I don't.
You don't think that's true?
Nancy, I don't want you to carry my bias. Keep a keen eye on her, and everyone and everything at the site, for that matter.
Have you heard of the Daughters of Nefertari?
Yes, but I'm surprised that you have.
What do you mean?
It's lore, and not popular lore at that. Where'd you hear about it?
It was mentioned in an old journal I found.
This is amazing. We're on the right track. We must be. I'm going to get there as soon as I can.
You still didn't answer my question.
Oh, right. Sorry. Supposedly, they're searching for Nefertari, too. That's all I know. I wasn't even sure if they were real.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Hello?
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Check. There must be a special order to pressing these. I need to figure out what it is.
Hi, Nancy.
Who are the Daughters of Nefertari?
What are you talking about?
You're one of them, aren't you?
There's no such thing.
That symbol on your bag. It's how the group identified itself.
Watch yourself, Nancy.
Why don't you just tell me? I'm going to figure it out anyway.
Shh. You are lucky you are dealing with me and not my mother.
Okay, why?
Because only the daughters of Nefertari can know our mission and live.
Your mother was a member?
Every firstborn daughter leading back to the 19th dynasty has been a servant of Ramses II.
First you say you're here for the Anunnaki. Now you want me to believe this?
I could not care less what you believe. I only care that you stay out of my way.
Why? What are you going to do?
When we find her, I'm going to see that she's returned to Ramses' side, to her rightful throne. You have two choices now. You'll be one of us, or you will force my hand to do something I don't want to do.
What are you implying?
All I want, Nancy, is to return her to where she belongs.
You're here because of Abdullah, aren't you?
In part. I don't like him.
Why?
Because he's on the take, and he stages.
Stages?
He dumps things he has into a site to make it more exciting.
That's a big accusation.
I have more proof than I need.
I need to know right now why you're here. I have the authority to have you removed unless you tell me immediately.
You do not.
You want to try me?
Fine, Nancy. I'm here to see that Nefertari is returned to where she belongs.
Why?
Because it is my destiny to do this, or to die trying. There is very old magic at work here, and I do not care what you believe. It is true. Ramses II, he knew the temples would be plundered by men like Abdullah. He knew the land would suffer tyrants, that she would be at risk. He had to know that his greatest love would survive all of this. He had her hidden and called upon our bloodline. Every daughter in my family must seek Nefertari, and only when the time is right will we be able to find her.
Then what?
Then she's returned to her rightful place, and we are relieved of our duty. When I was young, my mother died. I was told she'd been in an automobile accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
When I came of age, a letter came. My mother wrote it before I was born. She knew the search for Nefertari would probably kill her, that she was bound by fate, as am I. One day, I will have a daughter, and she will never receive such a letter. The search ends with me, not Abdullah.
Do you really believe all of that?
Yes.
But why the fake aliens?
Abdullah told the press he thinks alien followers are stupid. Stupid people are no threat to him.
So you hid in plain sight?
Exactly. Here, take this.
This is from Lily, isn't it?
Yes.
These numbers should help.
Can't check that off
Let's
yet.
see if I can open it now. What is Lily up to? What? Why would Lily have this? Did that. That's done. We better take shelter in the tomb. This storm is intense. If I combine what Lily said with John's notes, I should be able to figure this out. Nefertari. It's gotta be.
And just what do you think you're doing?
Lily? Lily? Is that you? What are you doing? Were you following me? This whole thing with the curse, it was you.
No, it wasn't.
Dylan is in the hospital because of you.
It wasn't supposed to happen. I just wanted him to leave.
Why?
I can't say. I'm not going to say.
What do you mean you can't say? Is someone helping you?
Even if I wanted to tell you, there's nothing you could do.
Lily, look out!
Ah!
Are you okay?
I'm fine!
Check.
Nancy, what's the matter? What happened?
It's Lily. She's been caught in a cave-in. We need to get her help.
This is no accident. Abdullah did this, didn't he?
I don't know. I need to go get her help. But I don't want to leave her here with him.
Let me help her. If Abdullah comes back, I'm ready for him. Take this signal box, go above, and call for help. I'll take care of Lily.
A key? Is there a second exit?
Yes.
I can't just leave Lily.
And you can't help her by staying. Go, call for help. If you see Abdullah, run.
Did that. Stuck! Oh, there must be a way I can make it to that door. I need to find the correct head.
Nancy, why do you look so frightened?
The curse! It was you!
Good. For once, I do not have to explain myself to you. Unless, of course, you can't figure out what happens now.
You won't get away with this!
No, I will get away. You will not. You should consider yourself lucky. You will have a beautiful tomb for all eternity.
You'll have to catch me first. The stones come up from the floor when the colors match. More platforms. If I can create a path to the other side fast enough, I'll be able to escape.
You will not get away!
I better not make any mistakes.
Leaving so soon?
That's that. Now come on, Nancy. I'm dying to see Nefertari.
Dear Hannah, the police eventually arrived and arrested Abdullah. Jon suspects when his case goes to trial, we'll be learning a lot more about Abdullah's crimes against archaeology. If you ask me, ancient and modern Egypt will be much better without him. Lily was rescued from the tomb unharmed. She was initially taken into custody, but was released once Abdullah claimed full responsibility for everything that went wrong at the dig. I guess he really did believe she deserved a second chance. From what I hear, Lily is currently studying paleontology. I imagine she'll be happier in a career that doesn't involve daily contact with mummies. Dylan has nearly recovered and will soon be resuming his tours of ancient Egypt. Hopefully he's had enough of the black market. Maybe I'll check in on one of his tours to see how he's doing. Jamila was wary when Jon returned to the site, but the two of them soon hit it off. Jon has promised to have Nefertari return to her rightful place beside Ramses II, and Jamila has been brought on to assist with the entire process. Jamila dropped her alien act and soon proved herself to be a skilled Egyptologist. I wouldn't be surprised if she and Jon end up working together for some time to come. Professor Hotchkiss has decided to revise her book to include our discovery of Nefertari's true tomb. I'm looking forward to reading it, just as much as I'm looking forward to her taking me off speed dial. As for me, I'm happy to have had an adventure and delighted to be headed home. There's nothing like the end of a mystery when all of the pieces fit together and everything is... And I just remembered I forgot to let the cobra go. Well, I'd better go take care of that. Guess I'll be getting home a little later than anticipated. Here's hoping that releasing an angry cobra isn't as much of a bad idea as it sounds. Love, Nancy.
Have you heard the story of the two mummies of the sea? In the 1800s, a sea captain came into possession of two juvenile mummies, children. He knew he'd be able to sell them for a huge profit at port. The first night at sea, he had a dream. Two children, a boy and a girl with grey, lifeless eyes, stood in his room, watching him. Finally, the girl said, "Storm."
Half scientist, half magician, Nikola Tesla's groundbreaking work electrified the modern world. More than 50 years after his death, many researchers would kill to solve the mysteries he left behind. Now it seems someone has. Days before a highly anticipated announcement, one of the world's top scientists was found dead. With the case now cold, it's up to me to bring the murderer to justice without becoming the next victim of the deadly device.